Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make chocolate pumpkin brownies. I've been experimenting with this recipe the last week or so. I've teased at it a bit in my chocolate frosting recipe when I was experimenting, and so I'm ready to share the recipe. And so check down below for the full recipe linked on my blog with all of the ingredients that you need, and you can follow along. Enjoy the video and make sure that you leave a like and a comment. Always appreciate your interaction, and remember to subscribe for more yummy inspirations just like this. So I've got 100 grams of butter chopped up into little cubes, and I've got a 100-gram block of chocolate. I'm happy using 90%. That's the lowest carb option, so use 90, use 85, use whatever you want. I mean, you could even flavor it. In the past, before my keto days, I would make I'd make brownies and use orange flavored chocolate for orange brownies, but yeah, now I just use flavorings. So I am going to pop that whole, look at that beautiful block of chocolate. I'm going to pop the whole block of chocolate into here, and I'm going to melt it over low heat. You can use a microwave if you want. I don't have a microwave. I'm happy doing it over low heat. I'm just showing how I'm doing it like this, and just, yeah, pop it over low heat. I'm gonna pop all of this into there, melt it, and we'll move on to the next step. I have melted the chocolate and the butter together, and now I'm just pouring it into a bowl, and I'll just allow it to cool slightly. And I use this time to pop my oven on, which is to 180 degrees Celsius or 300 Fahrenheit. Get out a oven dish. I'm using a Pyrex rectangular oven dish. I'm going to grease that with a bit of butter and get all my other ingredients out. So you'll have the recipe, which will be linked down to below. Grab all your recipes out, all your ingredients out, and we're going to let this cool, and then I'll add everything to it one by one. Okay, it's had a little bit of time to cool. Just give it a little whisk to give it a bit more air. And now we're going to add all the rest of our ingredients, starting with our sweetener. Now that was 90% chocolate that I've used, so definitely needs a bit of sweetening. If you use 85, 70%, whatever percentage you use, adjust it to your sweetness. I am happy with 2 tablespoons of stevia I'm using. Use your sweetener of choice and as much as you want. And we're going to add a pinch of salt. Now for the pumpkin, I've got some pumpkin puree I made myself, just boiling up pumpkin and heating it until it was good enough to puree, and then mashing and pureeing it. So we've got pumpkin in there. Now this, even though it's pumpkin brownies, it doesn't taste very pumpkiny, which may be a good or maybe a bad thing. It depends what you would prefer. If you want to add a bit more pumpkin, add more pumpkin, but I wanted to keep these low carb, so there's half a cup in. If you want to add a cup, go ahead, just add more coconut flour, which we'll get to in a second. Just want to add one more ingredient and then give this a good whisk, and that is eggs. I've got 2 eggs going in. But yeah, check down below for the recipe, because I'll talk a bit more about how to adapt it if you want it to taste more pumpkiny. Now I'm the only one in the family that likes pumpkin treats, so it was good that it doesn't taste too pumpkiny, because the rest of the family enjoyed it, including my kids. They absolutely love these. So now I'm just going to give this a really good whisk through to get it. Oh, it smells amazing. Just whisk it until it's nice and chocolatey. Look at that. And everything is well blended in. Now that is nice and smooth. We're going to remove our whisk. And as I said, we are using coconut flour as our flour of choice. And 1/4 cup is all we need. You may think that doesn't look like a lot, but coconut flour is super absorbent, and that will absorb everything. If you do want to use more pumpkin, then just use more coconut flour to balance. Add it a tablespoon at a time until you've got the right texture. Now it might look pretty runny, but that is perfect. It does make beautiful moist brownies, but they set just fine. Oh, I love all these kitchen tasks, you guys know me. Alright, let's get out our dish. I have buttered a little rectangular Pyrex dish. I just use butter and a bit of baking paper, and we'll just pour in the chocolate. Alright, that is perfect, and just smooth it along. Now these are brownies, so it's not cake, so don't expect it to rise too much. Just going to pop this into our oven, which is preheated to 180 degrees Celsius, that's 350 Fahrenheit, for about 20-25 minutes. Just really depends on your oven. Start with 20 and we're going to have a look and see how it looks after 20 minutes in the oven. Start the oven off 20 minutes and that is perfectly cooked. You can check it by sticking a knife or a fork into it and that it comes out clean, and then it's cooked through, and I'll just let it cool down a bit. It kind of solidifies more once it's cool, and then we'll chop it into little brownies. So there you go, I've cut a couple of brownies out of there, and look, if you look, you can see they're really well formed, delicious brownies. They taste like dark chocolate, and really you can't actually taste the pumpkin, but it gives such a sweetness and beautiful texture and moisture to these brownies that they are unbelievable, and you won't believe they're low carb and keto diet friendly. And if you want, you could even pop a little bit of chocolate frosting on top of them. That's what, yeah, I made the chocolate frosting the other day and I've still got a tiny bit here, so I was thinking of just putting a tiny little dollop of frosting on top. I know they're still warm, so it's probably gonna melt in. Oh yeah. So you could definitely do that if you want, or just enjoy them as they are. I've had them both and it's just so yum. So thank you so much for watching this video for these beautiful low carb pumpkin chocolate brownies. It's a real mouthful and they are so yum. Make sure that you leave a like and leave me a comment. Let me know if you've made them, if you're going to make them. I always appreciate your interaction on my videos. And remember to subscribe for more yummy inspirations just like this, and check down below for the full recipe, to the link to the blog post with the recipe, so you can make these yummy brownies. So thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.